Hey Run Junkies, welcome to Runners Without Limits TV. If you love your morning caffeinated beverage, you may be wondering if it's getting in the way of your running. Now I may have some good news. So today, let's talk about running and caffeine. It's 7 o'clock at night, I have no caffeine in my system. Real quick, I am not a registered dietitian or a certified nutritionist. If you want more concrete answers on how to apply caffeine into your daily routine, please see the resources below. The most common sources of caffeine are coffee, tea, and soda. So what does your morning caf do for your running? Well, for many of us, it serves as that liquid motivation. It's that bridge between being completely asleep and blissfully unaware and being awake enough to just lace up and get out the door. In addition, that morning slug reduces your rate of perceived exertion, which means that your running may feel a little easier. Just like it helps you get ready for your day, it also improves concentration, meaning you might feel more dialed in to your workout. Now, one word of caution though, if you are getting out of bed already feeling tight or sore or more tired than usual, that one in particular, and you need more coffee or tea than you usually do, that may be a sign of fatigue and overtraining. Increasing your caffeine intake here is not the answer. Rest is. Caffeine can mask that fatigue and turn off those signals in your brain that are telling you something may be wrong. If you are feeling like you need more than usual, maybe this is a sign to take it easy for the day rather than push through a workout. There are other sources of caffeine that may help performance, specifically during our runs. Many gels, gummies, and waffles contain caffeine, as do some sports drinks. Using these during your longer runs might help your endurance. You may be able to run longer and/or a little faster over time. It's important to figure out what works for you, because too much of a good thing can be too much of a good thing. And as with many aspects of training, there is a law of diminishing returns. Caffeine should be taken strategically, especially on the run. If you like gels, know how much is in that gel. Some formulas have more milligrams of caffeine than others, so it's important to read your labels. You might also find that combining those gels with a caffeinated sports drink could lead to GI distress. There's a saturation point when it comes to caffeine intake, so it's important to know how much is too much. There's a video from the Run Experience, and I'm leaving a link to that in the description. She recommends a starting point of 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. So a 165-pound person is roughly 75 kilograms. So a daily safe caffeine intake might be between 220 and 450 milligrams. For that daily dose, you might be on the low end of that scale. For long runs and race days, you may bump it up to the high end. This is just a starting point. It's just a range. You might work with that information to see how it might fit into your training. I'm leaving links in the description to much more information on how to incorporate caffeine into your training and the benefits of doing so. But basically, if you love your morning coffee like I do, or tea, you're probably good to go. Adding caffeinated products into your long runs will likely help improve your performance, but remember, you know your body best. Only use what works for you. The bottom line is that your daily dose before your run is not going to get in the way of your performance, but rather give you a little boost. A little more on race day or during those long runs through sport nutrition sources may give you the extra kick you need to finish strong. Now, before I go today, remember you can support this channel over on my Patreon page, where you will have exclusive access to additional content from here on the channel. Over on the podcast, you'll have some behind the scenes and extras and bloopers and all that great stuff. So I do hope that you join me over there. My question for you today is this: what are your favorite sources of caffeine and how do you incorporate those into your running? Please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions for future videos in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, remember, you have no limits, and happy running.